Welcome back to Island Life Live. At the end of August, we're going to be celebrating Kailua Week right here on the show. Lena Girl and I have been doing our research already in advance, exploring the different restaurants and eateries and dessert places, and of course businesses too.
Oh yeah, them too.
There's so many over there.
We've also been brushing up on our cultural significance and history of Kailua, and for that we nanai ke kumu, we look to our source. Joining us once again is Kumu Kawaikapuokalani Hewett.
Aloha.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for
excited.
having me. Thank you for having me.
After you told us about Mokukulua, the two islands that are there in Ka'ohao, what many know as Lanikai,
Yes.
we're excited to hear about something new.
Yeah.
So we wanted to talk story about Kawainui Marsh, because we know that that's actually a very big part of Kailua that most people don't even recognize as it's embedded in the Kailua area. Tell us a little bit about it and its special resident, Hauwahine.
I think what is really unique and special about Kawainui is the fact that the kiaʻe wahine, or the kiaʻe that was a moʻo wahine, that was Hauwahine. And she is the kiaʻe, the guardian, not only of Kawainui, but also of Kaelepulu. So these are magical beings that existed in our culture, and they served great purpose. So the moʻo wahine, or the deity, which was in the form of a moʻo and a wahine. And so the kupuna describe these beings as having dual body forms. They could appear as that moʻo, that huge dragon-like being, or they could appear as a beautiful woman. And so is the story associated with Hauwahine of Kawainui. As far as what they look like, the kupuna say their mouths were green, they were black, they had spikes on their back, they have purple blue eyes. They described them in manuscripts. Our kupuna did that and left us for us. So we have, some kind of a good idea of what they look like.
That's so amazing.
That's
awesome.
That's very interesting.
I did some research because, we were kind of preparing for this too, and she had a certain requirement of the residents of that area to make sure that the marsh was clean. Talk about that for a little bit, Kumu.
Well, so these moʻo wahine had purpose, and their purpose was to maintain the flora and the fauna, the harmony and the balance of all things. So kapus are created. Listen, the kapu system was to maintain order with everything, including the waterways, ha, waiʻi, breath, water, spirit. Without the connectedness of all of these things, what do we have? And we know that water is life. When we think about life, when we think about water, water is connected to these moʻo wahine, that these ways were clear and the water would flow. Without the water, there is no life. And so these beings attached to these huge bodies of water, like Kawainui and Kaelepulu, had great responsibility to not only maintain the flow, but the health of those waters.
That is so. We're learning so much, and we're taking a look at this is Kawainui right now, and we're looking at there was a rock, a pohaku, where it was the legend says that is where she would sunbathe.
Yes, and so in legend, Hi'iaka, as she's traveling from the big island of Hawaii to Kauai to fetch Pele's lover, and that is Lohiau, she and Wahine o Ma'o come across that area of Kawainui, and they do see Hauwahine, and she is sunning herself on that particular rock.
Wow!
And was that a positive interaction? Because I know in some legends, mo'o have clashed with the human, or mo'o have clashed with other demigods.
Well,
but
this particular
one?
story, though, what you have here is fire and water.
I see.
So you have the deities of fire represented by Hi'iaka, and then you have water by Hauwahine. But what is interesting about this genealogy, mo'o, remember we're talking about mo'o wahine, we have to bring into the conversation the mo'o kuauhau, which is a genealogy that we're all connected to. Then there is the mo'o akua, the genealogy of the gods. Then you have the moʻo aina, all the genealogies of the creation of everything. And then you have the moʻo kanaka, which is third, because that's when man comes into the picture. And the moʻo is the succession and the order of descent of all things. When we disconnect from that, we disconnect from who we are as a people. Then there is no mo'o connection, then what do we have? We exist with nothing.
Wow.
And we cannot let that happen.
I love when you come over here. We learn so much.
And I gain a greater appreciation for the places and the people that you speak of, most especially Kawainui, which is right next to us in Kaneohe, right?
And for us as a culture, we learn so much about us. So thank you so much, Kumu, for your
You're very welcome.
And again, we are going to be celebrating Kailua Week coming up on the last week of August.
Exciting.
And we're going to be broadcasting in Kailua. The location to be announced. We know, like, the millions of Lena Girl fans showing up all in one spot.
You see him. He's such a troublemaker. That's right. Week of August 25th. It is our Kailua Week right here on Island Life Live. We invite you to be a part of it. Mahalo, Kumu. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All
Mahalo,
right.
everyone.